Hey everyone, welcome back here to another episode of Inspired Minds. Guys, today's guest I'm extremely excited about. I can't wait for you guys to listen to her story, guys. I can't wait, guys. Please help me welcome Nawal Isaacs. Hi there. How are you?
Alright, and you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good man, yo.
Share with everyone who you are and what it is that you do.
Yo, you know what? This coffee actually woken me up now. That's why I said no more. Because I came out of a night shift,
Okay.
and just, my colleagues at work, like, the energy there, man. We have for each other, we like family, like, we keep each other awake. If I fall asleep, we wake each other up. So what I'm doing now is I'm working in a call center as agent. See, I was retrenched in the lockdown, and God blessed me with another work also in the lockdown.
And so many other people were already trains as well.
Yeah, and today I can speak with him like practicing acceptance. See, that's amazing. And so I came from work now, I had to rush patient up, rush the needs, and then I'm now finally here. So thank you very much for asking me, man. Because even though I postponed it.
Yes, at least we did.
At least I'm here, yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, in this 22 years that I've been alive, okay, I'm turning 23 in January. So, I realized that everyone has a story to share, but not everybody is ready to share that story. So now, wow, guys, she will share with everyone. Where did everything start for you? And how did you manage to make peace with everything? Can walk us through the process?
Okay, you don't know, I don't even know where to start. It's like everything is still there, like it happened yesterday. But you know what? It is okay, man. It's part of the process of my life. I was 12 years old. Yeah, the 29th of June. That was 1999, and then I woke up. At that time, Malina still had that Malina eyes, demon eyes. And that's all I came up in the morning, and then I got out of bed, go to the toilet, and then she said, "Hey, you must put on your shoes when you go to the toilet, blah blah." And I came back, she stood up. Now, that was the 29th of June, my birthday, the 2nd of July. That is just a few days to go. And she put me a few cocktail Jones because I'm like this, like a butch girl guy, so small already, man. So yeah, I put the cocktail Jones, and I was like, yeah, come on. Yeah, I just turned my back, man. And I heard something fell. And like the Ramos one. So she always used to tell me, "Well, if anything happened to me, must be, but just light a piece of newspaper and put it so under my nose. If nothing happened, you must know that I'm gone." And I had newspaper, put the newspaper, and I burned it, and I made so, and then nothing happened. Me and she locked alone, and then I went to go look for help, and then my auntie came with us to the hospital, but unfortunately, she couldn't make it, because she had an angina. And that time, I'm like, I was still young, man, I don't know what's really going on, and then afterwards, I had to make a decision who must come along by me. And the decision that I had to make was because you a guy, if you get married, you must put your wife and kids on a place. So if it's your sister, her husband have to put her on a place. And then I decided, yeah, my sister don't have actually a place to live, man. She's actually living in a room by her husband's family. So I thought, and my brother have his own house. So I think, no, I'm going to let my sister come live with me. Today, I say it's not a stupid decision that I made, but that time I felt like it was the stupid decision ever I made, because then she and her husband came to live by me, but in the meantime, I didn't know that her husband actually is planning in his head already to sexually abuse me, you know? And that time I couldn't understand because I'm 12 years old. What's this going on? What the hell is going on? She's saying it's making me so ill. But I never had the courage to tell her because his words to me was always, remember if you tell anything to anyone, he was the only one that would. Then there's going to be no way. I'm not saying anything now to anyone. Then what are we going to eat? And that is how I protected my sibling and her family. see, by not saying anything. Then I went to see for things outside, and I wanted to feel part of something outside my house that wasn't a home anymore. And then I was associated with the wrong people, and I picked up drugs, and that time drugs tastes like bomb at 25 hours. But it actually, at the beginning, it was manageable. But as time went on, I did stuff that I always told myself that I will never do, and it took me to deep, dark places. I everywhere Nawaal went was just chaos, or I caused distraction, or I break up relationship with people. I break up a lot of stuff, I did chaos. And then I also didn't finish school. What I did was, after I was introduced to a drug dealer, and today I think it's to God if it wasn't for God taking him away from this earth, I don't know what would have happened to me. And I was there, and that time you just for the drug, so you got but you by that point where they use you as a doormat, they manipulate you, and for you it's like, no, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, because they're feeding you addiction, you know. And that is what I did. I was just being the right hand of him. I used to go places with him. I used to know a lot of stuff that was happening in organizations and that time it was liquor, man. Until I couldn't anymore. The shot you did, they, that day, that was through grace. Because if I didn't jump over that vibe and under a windy house, I would have been also rest in peace. But I believe today it was God's will. My time wasn't it. And after that, my addiction spiraled, it spiraled down to places where my family didn't even wanted me around anymore. I had nowhere to go. And then I came to Mitchell's Plain, and then there was this loving family. You know, um, her soul rest in peace because she passed away. Yesterday she was gone for a month. You know, um, she took me in. She gave me the love that I never had as a mother, man.
That's so important.
She took me in, but you know what? I also in that time wasn't ready, because why? I chose to go smoke again, and then I messed up another relationship with a family that took me in as their own. And I went out again there. And then I found myself sleeping outside in the school, in Cedar High School at the back. That's why I believe today, whoever is the principal, he must pay me rent. Because that is my field. And then I slept under a tree there. I slept under the tree for a very long time, never knowing that my life is actually in danger, because I might keep me like a boy, but I'm a girl. Anything can happen to me. And then this one night, I can still remember, it was a Wednesday before the Friday. I surrendered, and that Wednesday, yo, I was like high as a kite. I was just, now my addiction was like 1:many and 1,000 is never enough. Like every second, every minute of the day, I'm just thinking about how am I going to get my next week? How am I going to get my next week? And I will do anything under the sun just to get my fix. Like I will steal, and like that house where the family took me in, your Sherman, I nearly did a lot of damages there. But in time, so yeah. So in time now, I'm doing my amends. I'm trying the best of my ability to make amends. Not yet directly, but indirectly, by doing small things, by being present also. Like now is a typical time for that family that at least I am present now, And for me, what is grateful is that I took that lady as my mommy, is my second mommy, and I'm grateful that you could see that I turned my life around.
Mm.
Yo, that's amazing for me. That's why I thank God, I thank my higher power just that He had spared her so that she could see the 360 I turned. See. So that is for me amazing. And just before that, I was living in Chile and there's a couple of guys was coming. They was like, yeah, you know what? Still up, go what? I was like, because I think, yeah, you smoke more now. But in the meantime, I didn't know what were the motives with me, you know. And then the gang raped me, you know. And by that time, when they were done with me, I felt like, now, Nawal, you have now nothing to live for. Because why? You are ripped apart, you know. And then I thought to myself, man, you know what, Nawal? It's fine, man. If anything happened to you now here, it's okay. Whoever you may be gonna be by the mortgage John Doe, that's also okay. And then it was God sent this guy that I also used to smoke with. He came to me this one Friday night and he was like, hey, can we go check out this place? You know, I see the high school, it's like a real thing. And then I went to him, it's a 12-step program. You know, and I'm still attending a 12-step program because it's a lifelong thing. Addiction is a lifelong thing, you know. My mind can easily set that's why I don't go into the neighborhood alone. You know, and I went with him this one night, you know, but it's almost like he introduced me to this 12-step program and he left me there. He didn't go back. He went outside of the world again and I'm still attending it. You know, but today what I can do, I don't know where is he. I'm trying to get hold of him. But his family say, I tried to get hold of his nephew. His nephew don't have a number of him. The reason why I'm looking for him is just to say thank you. Because he actually saved my life without him knowing. You know, and today I feel part of him. And when I went to that 12-step program, another Muslim family also took me in as their own. You know, and I'm grateful for that family because they also made me feel part of their family. And from there I could be responsible and told them, listen, I think it's time for me to go now. And they gave me that freedom. Today I am free, man. I don't have a desire to use anymore. You know, for me, my life is beyond my wildest dreams. It didn't come easily. It came with a lot of hard work. You know, it came with a lot of courage. I had to stand firm, you know, and trust God. You know, because why, if it wasn't for Him, see here, I put a serenity on my hand. Because this is the prayer that helped me going. That when going gets tough, then God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change and give me the courage to change the things that I can. And He must give me the wisdom to know the difference. Sometimes I can't change the things that I can because maybe I'm thinking, hey, and then I procrastinate. But nowadays, I believe that, I'll be assertive. And you know, being assertive today, not a lot of people receive it well because you're working with different personalities.
And that's the most
And that's the most difficult thing. But you know, conflict resolutions and then we like working things out. If I can't work things out, I fix it. You know what? I'm handing it over to God and let His will be done. You know, so life for me is good now, man. Like, why I'm at peace today is because why? I went for external help. You know, I went to college and that is where I met you. And I always got in the bus, yeah, who's this sexy guy? I'm not gay, but who's this sexy guy? But at least I had on social media and see where we're sitting today and I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you for what you're doing. And life became very good because I studied at Foster College. And also another friend that brought me in, I'm grateful for her also today. And life is good, man, you know. It's beyond my wildest dream, to be honest to you. I have a beautiful partner also, a family also take me like in as her own. And you know the stigma of the substances outside here. It's like the drug addicts here outside of society now. That stigma of lesbians and gays, and then it's lesbian and gay plus drug addict. See, so I am both on my see. But I am comfortable walking out in society. You know, I don't owe anyone anything. I only owe towards money. you know, and that is okay.
Yeah.
You know, so life for me, it's free, man. I don't anymore have to look behind my back. Who is coming? Or where am I going? And I live in a separate entrance now. You know, I can sleep home. You know, I'm responsible. I have the ability to be responsible today. You know, and I also have the ability today to know when I'm wrong.
That's so important.
That's important.
That's
To know when I'm wrong. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes we as human beings we don't so want to step up if we're wrong. We want to play the blame game, but I'm done with playing the blame game. You know, because why I know when I'm doing wrong, do the best right thing, own your part, bend it, and move on. See, so life today is all about practicing spiritual principles. I call it spiritual principles because why? I put in God, my higher power first today. So everything else will follow. So yeah, and you know, no, the people that was involved in the gang, right? No? That people like God is removing them just so one by one from the planet. And I was now the other day, with a few friends, we went to Burger River. And just as I was I just got in the pool, and yeah, I saw the one perpetrator in the pool.
Serious?
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
But you know what? The time when he did it, he was also using. But I could see he was with his family and he was looking healthy. And you know what I realized? I actually had to forgive myself in order to forgive them.
That's so important.
I actually had to work on myself in order to be in the same pool where this guy that was he was so cruel with me, in the same pool, and I could really not just showing him that I forgave him. See, and that was big for me because why?
That is big.
I'm at peace.
That is big.
I'm at peace
Wow.
today, you know.
That is
And that
big.
for me is amazing, man. That's why I'm not even ashamed anymore to speak about what I went through because I know I'm not alone. You see, I know that I am not alone. That's why I can speak freely what I went through, what was the process, how I worked through it. The 12 steps also helped me a lot because it's a lot of writing to do. Like I will write my feelings down, whatever I'm thinking, I'm feeling. And whatever I'm feeling, I'm acting out on. You know, and the moment you act out wrong, then you're actually hurting the people that love you the most. So I always have to get my thinking in order.
That's it.
So that I can feel and smile. Like now, I don't think any negative stuff. I'm just being positive, putting things into place, you know. And like I said, Rome wasn't built in one day.
Yeah, definitely.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking it one day at a time. If I can't take it one day at a time, I break the day down, seconds, minutes, hours. Seconds, minutes, hours. Then that will bring me to the result. And pray. I never forget to pray. Because it's through my higher powers that I'm speaking every day. Today, my higher power is using me as a vessel so that I can speak from my heart, my truth. Which is potatoes, meat and rice, no gravy. No gravy.
Yeah.
I'm speaking my truth and no one can take that away from me today. You know, and that's why I am grateful so that I can inspire
Yes,
No.
100%. 100%.
other people that's maybe suffering in silence. So that I can be a voice to them. So yeah, thank you very much for asking me that.
Beautiful. And how can those people out there actually heal from something that maybe they went through something similar that you went through or worse? How can they
The
heal?
only way how you can heal.
Because you need to look at yourself.
Yeah,
also.
the only way how you can heal is when you speak up. That's the only way. The moment you speak up, well, then everything else will follow. If you speak up, then that will be going for external help, from external help. And the more you speak about surroundings, this is what I do nowadays. Life is good. Life is amazing. I must say, like, yo, it's beyond my wildest dreams to be honest to you. Like, you must speak about what you're going through. You must speak
That's
to
one of
your
the best
family.
ways to heal.
That's the best way because the more you speak about it, in the beginning it's going to be uncomfortable.
Very
It's raw when you bring it out.
Yeah.
You see, but the more you bring it out, see, that's how you're working on yourself, and that's how you practice self-love. See, and that's
How important is self-love? Let's speak
self-love.
about it
It's
quickly.
you know, that is important, and it's actually a process to do it.
Yeah.
You can't just say one day, hey, I'm loving Nawaal. I'm loving Nawaal. You see, you know what I learned was you have to, like, for what I went through, I had to do a lot of work. I had to do a thoroughly check on Nawal's score first, you know. And for me, doing that it wasn't hard work. At that time, for me, it was hard work. But today, I can say I conquered it. Because why? The self-respect and the self-love that I work on Nawal. So this little love that I have for myself today, I can give back to a suffering addict. You know, I can give back to people that needs me, you know. And that is really amazing, and that is how I practice service. Because my primary purpose is to serve.
How important is service?
You know, we need to serve. That's the only thing.
You know, and when we love, we wouldn't mind to actually serve.
See, you do it freely, man. With no hesitation. You're like, yeah, I'm willing. You also want to put now something aside just to do it. So see, and that is what I'm actually doing today. You see, I have like this 12-step program that I'm working. I have sponsors, like people that have the desire also to be free from the addiction. I help them, you see, going through the 12 steps as well. You know, because I can see they're willing. They don't want to love that life anymore. By hustling and going, breaking up a relationship with their families. They want to be part of
Peace.
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 They want contentment, man. Yes, sir. And that is amazing, you know. And so that is what I'm doing every day. My understanding of open-mindedness is you have to learn to listen and listen to learn. And that is, if you learn to listen, then you know how to apply things. You know? And for me, being consistent today, I don't always get it right because I'm human. I'm human. I don't always get it right, but
you
I
can
try.
strive to progress.
I try to be consistent with everything I do in life. You know, and that is what was keeping me moving forward. You know, you get a car, you idle it instead of one place. Idle. But nowadays, put the clutch in, put the gears in first, and then slowly, and that's how I move forward. And I want to idle anymore in life, man. You know, I'm moving forward. Yeah, I want to move forward, and I don't want to settle for less. See, because why I believe that I have something inside myself that still needs to be unlocked. You know?
I love it.
That still needs to be unlocked, and I'm taking it one day at a time to get there. I'm not where I want to be in life, you know. But I know God, He has something in store for me, and I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, and that's how I practice my faith. And I actually enjoy every moment. I'm not gonna allow about thinking what's gonna happen when I leave here now. No, I'm enjoying this moment.
You're present in the moment.
I'm in the moment. I'm not gonna let anything distract me. That's how you practice your faith also. By staying in the moment. And that's amazing. Not
And sometimes a blessing doesn't look like a blessing until it actually is a blessing.
Yeah.
And how did you remain positive through everything that you went through?
You know, no? How I remain positive was like, I prayed a lot. And like I will always say, be careful what you pray for. Because the moment you ask your higher power, which I today choose as God, the moment you ask for Him for something and you be specific, He won't give it to you immediately, but He will give it to you in time, and you must be ready for it. So, prayer is helping a lot for me. Pray and being around people that's very supportive. Like, I have a very small group of friends. My circle is very small.
How important is that also?
My circle is very, very small, no? And I must say that support we have for each other, it's like we each other scratch me. Like if the one is feeling a bit weak, we like antibiotic. We antibiotic for each other, we will motivate each other to pull it, and we won't sugarcoat anything. We will call you out if you're wrong, you're wrong. See, and we will help you.
That's how you're gonna grow.
And that's how you grow. And that's why I surround myself with people that's positive. You see, I'm looking at my friends today. They're actually motivating me because they're proposing, they're buying houses, they're promoting, they're getting married, and that is what I want to apply to my life with the time is living. If God sees me fit to apply it in my life, I'm taking it also one. And that is amazing, man, how the people I surround myself with today.
It's
And
so
I love
cool.
my friends to God, man.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Sometimes I'm too hyper for them,
Yeah.
but then they bring me down. Yeah, and not also not to forget my partner, she was there for me on my worst.
Like people can be there for you when you're going through good things.
Yeah.
But are they there for you when you fall?
She was there for me when I had nothing, you know. And I must say that I'm grateful that she didn't give up. So she had patience, she practiced patience.
Sure, it's so important.
And I'm grateful for that. Like communicating with her, speaking about what I'm going through, how I'm feeling, being honest to her, making myself vulnerable,
I love it. I love it.
that is amazing, man. And today I'm comfortable being around her. I can be myself. I don't need to feel ashamed of what I went through because she's accepting me for what I am today.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that is the cherry on top.
And the last thing you would want is to be someone you're not.
Exactly, pretending,
Yeah.
being a double agent. Yeah. No, man, I'm free. See, being myself in that. I can't express it, man.
So what advice would you like to leave with those people watching or that went through something similar that you went through? What advice, any advice that you would like to share?
Any advice that I can give, if there is anyone suffering in silence, they mustn't hesitate to speak up. Because if you suffer in silence, like for this period of the pandemic, I heard a lot of people that is suffering from depression, people that's suffering from anxiety, people that's going into institutions because they're losing their mind. And lastly, what is really sad to me is people that's actually suiciding. And that is actually what I'm praying for today, that God must grant whoever is struggling in silence to give them hope and giving them courage so that they can speak up. And that's why I don't mind speaking about what I'm going through so that they can listen to me and build the courage in order to apply it in their lives. So that we don't have this young generation that is actually robbing themselves from happiness. You see, and that is actually, and for the mothers that actually also struggling with the children that's addicts, tough love is the best love. Because if you're not gonna tough love, then you're actually enabling that child. So tough love is the best love you give and pray. See, must have patience, everything will fall into place in God's time. So
Yeah. And before I ask my last question, where can everyone find you on social media? I know you're on Facebook.
I'm on, for me, a phone is just there to WhatsApp, to take phone calls, and maybe to Facebook. So, but now recently I'm a lot on Facebook. So, I had an Instagram account, but I didn't know how to work this Instagram thing. So I don't. So they can find me on Facebook, Nawal Isaacs. You can just search for me, to find me. You can pop me anytime a message, by messenger. I will respond to the message. Or on WhatsApp, you can maybe get my number. You can go away to get my number or my phone number.
And if Nawaal could make one change in the world, what would it be and why?
If I could change one thing in the world, if I look around, to be honest to you, like if I go to work or when I'm going places, I see youngsters that we actually grew up together or we attended the same school is actually out there having no shelter, and what I maybe can change or try my best with the help of people is to get facilities for shelter for the people or even build rehabilitation centers for them so that I know they have the desire to to stop what they are doing, but they don't know where to go to. So the resources of changing life, I think we need more marketing on that. See, I talk about the poverty that's also happening around us, but you know what? After this pandemic, we will know what to do. So actually, God is actually putting ourselves down so we can brainstorm and know what to do when the pandemic is done. Really outside society and take it on, you know. So yeah,
And
that's also part
I
of the
totally
social
believe that in what you see now, we can all work together,
work
maybe.
together.
You know,
Yeah.
collaboration is very
Yeah,
important.
man. Works. That is what we need to do is work as a team. And then we will find, we don't need to look at the problem, we're looking at the solution.
Yeah.
So to look at the solution, we need to brainstorm together.
Positivity. So
Positive, and then we can run with it. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's easier.
Thank you guys for taking the time and effort to watching this episode of Inspired Minds. Guys, don't forget to watch this video of Nawaal, guys. And most importantly, share this video. We never know who's out there is watching or anything. Thank you guys for taking the time. Thank you, Nawaal. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Peace. Thank you, Ferdinand.
You,